There's no such thing as work-life balance. None! Life doesn't have to be a fucking journey. Life is a process. You find somebody that is where you want to be now, and you model it. You mimic it. You copy it. If you're a baseball player, you may be too young to know Ted Williams used to be the greatest hitter. He was the only hitter that finished his professional season with over a 400 batting average. If I was going to be a baseball player, and I have no athletic ability whatsoever, I would hire Ted Williams to be my batting coach. The same thing now. You hire the best you can get. You don't just kind of meander through life and go to this and go to that. And that's why I don't believe in most of the books that are written. We've had kids that have come to the seminar that have read over 700 books on personal development. I didn't know there were 700 books on personal development. And at Oxford, in their infinite wisdom, the Oxford kid that was sitting in the front row said, I read 700 books. And then another kid over here said, what would you rather have? Would you have somebody that has read 700 books teaching you, or somebody that's done 700 deals? It's a fucking no-brainer, isn't it? Yet, most of you in this room have read books on personal development. Most of you in this room have read books on finance. Some of you have read books on accounting, right? And what the fuck have you learned? Nothing. Why do you do it? Because it's easy. It's easier to read a book than take action. You've been led to believe wrongfully that reading the book is taking action. It isn't. Pulling the fucking trigger, just fucking do it, is taking action. Now, this is me in my best attempt to be a cholo in East LA. That was taken 25 years ago in front of where my house used to be. And if you can tell, my house was from the chain link fence to the brick wall. Wasn't a very big house, was it? It was 800 square feet. When we were taking that picture in 1993, there was 2 drive-by shootings within the neighborhood. And my camera guys jumped under the car. That's where I come from. That's where I live. Rags to riches, we know that story. This is where I lived in 1972 on Wall Street. 14 years later, I think it was, 12 years later, I lived there. I lived in a little, they used to call them, when they had no, I forget what they call it, but anyway, a little apartment I had. I lived in a place called the Bedford, but we called it the Bedbug because cockroaches were that big. We used to sit there and watch our little TV, and we'd see the cockroaches racing back and forth the floor. 6 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. And in 12 years, not dissimilar to President Obama, I had a dream that I was going to live in a castle on an island. And 12 years later, I moved in.